Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to explore the 5 things you need to know before you go out and buy a Smokai cold smoke generator. Hope you enjoy the video. Cold smoking is one of the oldest food preservation methods we have. Long before fridges, people used salt, air drying and smoke to make food last. Today we've got specialist kit that lets us create smoke without flooding food with heat. The Smokai cold smoke generator is one of those tools, but before you spend your hard-earned cash on one, there are 5 things you really need to know, and a couple of them catch people out. Number 1. Fuel size really matters. The Smokai is a Venturi style smoke generator. It produces smoke by burning hardwood chips or pellets inside a stainless steel hopper, driven by air from a separate pump. And contrary to popular belief, size really is important. For this generator to work properly, wood chips need to be between 2 and 10 millimeters. Pellets are consistent in size and tend to last longer, but they also burn hotter, which can introduce more heat than you want for cold smoking. Traditionally, hardwood chips burn cooler, but their size can vary widely, even within the same bag. If the chips are too big or too small, you'll get inconsistent smoke or combustion problems. Suitable chips are easy enough to buy, but sellers rarely list chip size, so it's always worth asking before purchasing. And while you can make your own chips, the time and effort usually isn't worth it unless you already have the tools. 2. Airflow is what keeps it running. The Smokai relies on an independent air pump feeding a Venturi pipe. This creates low pressure inside the hopper and keeps the wood burning steadily. Once lit, that continuous airflow is what gives you a long controlled burn and consistent smoke. Always test the pump before starting a long smoke, because the worst outcome is coming back later expecting smoked food and finding the smoke stopped hours ago. Although the smoke leaves the generator slightly warm, that heat is usually lost before it reaches the food. You can help this by either increasing the distance the smoke has to travel, or using a chamber with enough internal volume for the heat to dissipate. Done properly, chamber temperatures stay safely low. 3. Cold weather can cause bridging. In cold conditions, sticky tar deposits can build up inside the hopper and smoke baffle. This can cause bridging, and that's when wood chips stick together and stop falling into the burn area. When that happens, the fire starves, the smoke stops, and the generator goes out. The fix is simple. Every so often, gently agitate the hopper. A light tap or a quick stir with a skewer is usually enough to break the bridging and keep the fuel flowing. 4. Think about fire safety. If the Smokai is positioned near anything combustible, place a shallow tray of water underneath it. Occasionally, small sparks can escape from the lighting holes, and all it takes is one spark in the wrong place. Alternatively, always use the generator over a non-combustible surface. This is naked flame equipment. Keep it clear of fences, dry wood or anything flammable, and never leave it completely unattended. 5. Wet wood isn't the whole story. This one's controversial and I get asked about it a lot. Yes, excess moisture can contribute to tar buildup, but it's not the only cause. Wood chips for smoking typically contain just 4 to 5% moisture. That's very dry. So where does the tar come from? Well, wood is mainly made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin, and a small amount of water. When these compounds break down under heat, water's produced as part of the combustion process. Even if the wood itself started out dry, in practical terms, reducing moisture helps, but tar formation can still happen because of the wood's chemical structure and the combustion process itself. If you want to deep dive into the science, Professor Callum Hill has an excellent video on this. I'll link it in the description. So to sum it all up, 1. Use the right size fuel. Chips need to be between 2 and 10 millimeters and pellets will burn hotter. 2. Airflow is everything. Test your pump before long smokes, because no air means no smoke. 3. In cold weather, watch out for bridging. If the smoke stops, a quick tap or a stir on the hopper usually fixes it. 4. Think about fire safety. Use non-combustible surfaces and keep sparks in mind. And 5. Wet wood isn't the whole story. Even dry wood produces water during combustion, so some tar formation is normal. If you understand these 5 points, you'll get far more consistent results and far fewer frustrations from your Smokai cold smoke generator. If this video helped clear things up, give it a like. It really helps the channel and lets me know this kind of deep dive is useful. And if you've had your own wins or frustrations with cold smoking, drop me a comment below. I read every one, and there's always something to learn from other people's setups. If you want to go further, the next video breaks down how I actually set up and run a cold smoker from start to finish, including the mistakes I made, so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.